With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside, once again, race fans. And oh my goodness, about choked on my own tongue there. How you doing? How you feeling? Out there in TV land, race fans, glad you can all join us here tonight. As always, Dave of the Cave, bringing you all the calls from trackside tonight. The American Sim Motor Racing Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series fires things off for the final time here in season number 7. That's right, championship night under the lights here at Homestead Miami Speedway. It's the Howdy Y'all 175. We'll see drivers hit the track with a few positions still up for grabs in the championship standings. We'll get to some of that in just a moment. Track temperature looks to be beautiful out there for some speed. Got a big headwind going down the backstretch, so these qualifying times should be pretty quick. Speaking of qualifying, what do you say we go ahead and drop some of that timing scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen for you? There you can find, well, it looks like timing and scoring not wanting to cooperate with us, so we'll run it down like this for you, a good old-fashioned way. Top of the speed charts. Quick time here from Homestead belongs to the fast number 3 Ford Mustang of Derek Moore. Moore went to victory lane last week in Atlanta. Can he spoil the championship show tonight by going back to victory lane? Nick Burlow right there behind him, but nobody in sight for dethroning the man at the front of the field, sitting with that David Spears designed pull award right now inside of that fast Ford. Derek Moore still sitting top of the speed charts by just about 0.2 of a second. 33:48 is the fast time here in qualifying. 18 drivers to the track. 18 drivers ready to put in a time lap. Andrew Walton, Todd Cray. Only 2 drivers yet to put in their qualifying time. Cray gonna go top of the board. New pole sitter here tonight. Quick time now belongs to Todd Cray, and that's pretty much gonna do it for qualifying. So nobody's gonna dethrone Cray. Only Andrew Walton out there. There you can see that 29 blaze across the screen. He's gonna go 14th with his first time lap. We'll have to wait to see if lap number 2 is any faster. But Todd Cray snatching the final David Spears Designs pole award here tonight. He's going to walk away with the pole position 33:45 as the fast time. So what a night here tonight from Homestead. And your championship winner, your Season 7 champion, gonna wrap it up just like that with a point in his back pocket already before rolling off the starting grid. Todd Cray has brought the trophy home. He is going to wear the crown home tonight, fly back on that Learjet to Cousin Jess and show her what it takes to be a champion right there. He's going to have some hardware to go home with here tonight. So congratulations to the 21 and his entire crew. What a season for Cray. 4 wins on the season. Will he be able to cap it off with a 3rd playoff win? We're about 30 seconds away from finding out. So what do you say we head trackside for your national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And after the flyover, we'll rejoin the track as drivers make their way through final pre-race inspection, the final mile and a half here tonight. 117 laps around this giant paperclip oval that is Homestead Miami Speedway. Fans beginning to fill the stand. You can see it looks to be almost a complete sold-out packed house. Just a handful of seats missing here so far. So as the sun begins to set, the temperature will rise trackside as these drivers lay down fast times, lay down some close battles. Who's going to be willing to run that Larson line? That extreme high line. You can make up a ton of speed, but we all know the bottom feeders tend to find a way to the front. Here with this progressive banking that is laid down here at Homestead Miami Speedway, you're able to lean on the track, lean on the banking a little bit, and walk the car up the track without losing or scrumming nearly as much speed as what we see in typical oval racing. So definitely providing some great racing. And as the lights, the sun goes down and those lights come on, boy, the temperatures are going to drop, the speeds are going to rise, and things are going to happen. It's going to be one crazy night for sure. I can guarantee you that. What's Todd Cray do? To everybody out there watching tonight, we do appreciate you tuning in and checking things out and watching it all unfold here. Championship night in the Howdy Y'all 175, live right here from Homestead Miami Speedway. And it looks like final few minutes here as drivers begin to make their way on to pit road. We're going to begin to get a little closer look. What do you say we go trackside here, looking back at the front of this field? There you can see your points leader, your season 7 champion. It's already in the bag, snatching that David Spears Designs Pole Award moments ago in the qualifying session inside of that pits for Paradise. Infinite Hero, Kitty Cat Coin, number 21 Chevy Camaro, your season 7 champion. Todd Cray going to look to cap off the season with yet another win, and we're going to see if he's going to be able to get that job done as drivers get ready to roll. The music begins to roll in the background. You know the sounds. You know it can only mean one thing. It's time to run down tonight's starting lineup here from Homestead Miami Speedway for championship night, season number 7 here with the Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series. These American Sim motor racing drivers are going to get it on. Starting lineup, gonna roll off a little something like this here from pit road tonight. Starting inside row number 1, the New Jersey native, that's right, the Jersey Devil himself, Todd Cray, will lead the field to the green flag with the fast Wrangler number 3 of Derek Moore just to his outside. Don't count Moore out to be a factor here tonight. Went to victory lane last week at the old surfaced and Atlanta Motor Speedway, so look for more to be fast. Dave Gage, a lot on the line for Gage, with Nick Burlow lined up just to his outside. Aaron Alt and Michael Overstreet making up row number 3, and in row number 4, the 99 of Nicholas Wing, followed by the 38 of Zach Miller, the Tolstica Racing driver, going to try to work his way inside of a top 5 and look for a position in the point standings as Cray's going to snatch it in gear. Will roll off of pit road. Brian Tarnowski and Dylan Schultz rounds out your top 10 here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway. And there it is, field going to roll on by Daniel Jensen. Cody Schultz back in row number 6. Row number 7 here tonight, rolling off of the starting grid, starting inside in the 13th position. 29 of Andrew Hall. Joe Wurmter right there beside him. The 33 machine going to look to bring home a checkered flag to the great state of Florida. We'll see if the Florida native can get the job done with Adam Ross starting inside row number 8 in that 15th position. Stephen Harris Jr. just to his outside, and finishing out the 18-car field tonight, the 91 of Patrick Coro and the 1 of Scott Bellum. So as the music fades into the background, we're going to get the starting grid out of your way, and we're going to get ready to fire off for the first time here tonight. Sun setting in the background shouldn't be too much of an issue for these drivers. It looks like they're going to have a little bit of shade going into the corner, but there it is looking over the stands coming out of turn number 4. Might be a bit of a problem for him. We'll see how it all shakes out, how it goes into the restart zone, and green flag flies for the first time here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway. Big race at the front of the field. Todd Gray not able to take the position clearly down into turn 1. He's now going to edge forward on utilizing that inside lane we talked about at the bottom. Feeders are for real here. It can work. It will work. You just got to make sure you can keep the car wound up on the corner exit. And Todd Gray doing a fine job here. He's going to have himself a 2-car advantage by the time they work through 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4 now, everybody chasing after your champion, Todd Gray, crossing the line, putting a lap lead in his back pocket. Derek Moore still sitting in second, with Nick Burlow getting 1 position on the field in that opening lap. We'll drop the time and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Want to thank everybody out there tonight tuning in, joining us here tonight. Everybody back at the bars having fun. It's happy hour. Well, maybe a little bit past, but everybody back at the PR Taco Palace and Margarita Bar cheering on their good buddy Dave Gage right here sitting in 4th position. Looks like he's going to have to finish a little better. Otherwise, happy hour is going to be on him. Back down into turn number 3, and Derek Moore says, guess what? You might be the champion, but that doesn't mean you gotta win. Derek Moore gonna look to go back-to-back visits to victory lane to close out season number 7 here. Whoa, a little bit of a dust-up with the outside wall. Driver's gonna make some evasive moves back there. I believe that's Cody Schultz in the 5 machine having some issues. Patrick Coro gonna gain 1 position now. He's gonna move up to 16th. As we've got 2 and 3 wide in the backside of the field. Let's go back here. Let's join this big old hornet's nest going on. Stephen Ayers Jr., Zach Miller, Adam Ross, all of them right here running with each other. Ooh, that got close. Off of 4 right there. A very close racing action off of turn number 4 last time around. Todd Gray at the front of the field, though. He is not allowing Derek Moore to get away. Nick Burlow, Dave Gage still locked up in a battle for the 3rd and 4th position. Michael Overstreet, Nicholas Swing right there as well. And we're going to get into some of those championship point standings that we were talking about. We've got ourselves a little, well, I said a little bit of a lull in the action, but may have spoke a little bit too soon here. The 23, the 29 and the 33, we apologize. But right behind that, Andy's Frozen Custer, number 19, Toyota Super, Aaron Alt. Now come together off of the corner exit. They're going to sort things out and head back up through the field. Brian Tarnowski starting to step away from this second back. Tarnowski going to be running right there. You see him just off in the foreground in that number 28 Chevy Camaro. He's going to try to close in on the back end of the Ford out in front of him. That's going to be Dylan Schultz in 7th. And man, look at the action. It is just all over. Battles near the tail end of the field. Patrick Coro, Scott Bellum going at it. The 91 and the 1 machine having a battle back there for a spot inside of the top 15 while battles are continuing at the front of the field. What do you say we jump back up front? Here you go. Nick Burlow's going to dive to the inside. Look for that second position on Todd Gray, who's going to run to the high side here. And it looks like Burlow looking for a little more. Nick Burlow going to dig on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to look for that top spot here. Moore able to fend off the fight from the 49 for the time being. Dave Gage going to follow suit. He's going to drop down to the bottom of the bottom of the racetrack. Only Moore running that high side. A little bit of an interesting line there for Moore as the entire field behind him. The next 4 drivers in line, they're all going to run that inside lane through 3 and 4. But here you go, top of the speedway goes Nick Burlow. He's going to try to follow Moore around, but that's going to open up the door for Dave Gage. Bottom of the racetrack, side by side. Halfway down the back stretch, it's a drag race to turn 3. For the second position on the racetrack, and now making that fast stick, the 404 of Gage moves right to second. Gage looking for more, not gonna settle for second. Here he is working his way to the front. Derek Moore still gonna run that high side and inching forward by about a whopping car length and a half here. Dave Gage gonna clear him with no problem. New race leader. As we cross the line, that's gonna give us our 3rd leader of the night. Dave Gage gonna take that top spot and begin to try to walk away and make his way to the salsa bar a little bit later, maybe throwing a heck of a happy hour for Taco Tuesday tomorrow at the PR Taco Palace and Margarita Bar, sported on the side of that machine. Want to thank everybody for tuning in with us here tonight, whether you're over there on the Twitch side of things, maybe joining us on Facebook, or right here on YouTube, watching it live here from Homestead, Miami Speedway. We do thank each and every one of you. Don Gray, your pole sitter, your Season 7 champion, going to move back to the second position. Oh, Burlow and Moore going to get together. Burlow and Moore going to get together, and that's going to spell trouble. More drivers. Oh, nowhere to go for Patrick Coro, and big time trouble now. And it looks like Burlow going to go ahead and hit that button. He's going to head right back to pit lane. We'll jump back, take one more look at it here. Already happening out front. Nick Burlow, contact, trouble. Here you go. Derek Moore to his outside. They're going to come together on entry to turn 1 and just nowhere to go up the racetrack and into the back end. Oh, and the 6 does catch a piece. Poor Patrick Coro, man, that 91 nowhere to go late here, going down to the bottom of the racetrack, looking to get away from the accident in front of him, and unfortunately, Coro's going to get collected in the end. As we jump back live with your race leaders at the front of the field, Dave Gage going to show the way back into turn number 3. And man, what an unfortunate ending to the season here for Burlow. He was super fast in happy hour, fast in qualifying, had a great Camaro, but unfortunately going to have some trouble, and that's going to put him on pit road for quite some time, and it looks like everybody's going to come to pit road this time around, so we're going to take ourselves a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go. When we drop the hammer for your green flag action, don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And we come back trackside as drivers make their way off of turn number 4, ready to drop the hammer into the restart zone, and on the gas, green flag flies. Once again here from Homestead Miami Speedway, it's the Season 7 Championship back underway. Caution number 1 already behind us, and it looks like it will indeed spell the end of the year for Nick Burlow, the 49 machine stuck down there on pit road. Doesn't look like he's going to get that thing fired back up and back out on track. The number 19 of Aaron Alt, as well as the 91 of Patrick Coro, caught up involved in that latest incident. Our only incident here tonight. They're both going to be stuck on pit road and losing a lap this time around. Aaron Alt and Patrick Coro with early trouble. We'll drop that timing and scoring back over to the left-hand side of your screen. And we're going to talk about some of the point standings real quick. We were going to get into that before the caution flag flew. Todd Gray, it's sealed. The deal is done. The championship hardware, the trophy, is going home to New Jersey with Gray when he leaves the track here tonight. That's all and settled as we continue to watch this great race from high above the racetrack with the Turn 3 drone cam. Want to give a big shout out to our good buddy Muth in the booth out here manning the drone for us tonight. Got the boss man of the flag stand with our good buddy Travis Smith as the pace car driver once again. We'll jump a little closer to the track, show you some more of the action as we run down some of these championship implications. Nick Burlow came into tonight's race sitting in second in the overall points championship, but only 2 points in front of Dave Gage. And as Gage is out front showing the way, Gage could potentially walk away with the second place standings in when it's all said and done and championship points are tallied, and that would be a 1-2 for the teammates in the championship standings. How about that? If those two drivers can get that job done, Todd Gray already going to walk away with that top spot. Can his teammate Gage get the job done and walk away second? Nicholas Wing also involved in this battle. Don't count out Nicholas Wing, just sitting 3 points back from Burlow coming into tonight's race and only 1 point behind Dave Gage. Wing running very well here tonight. You can find that 99 machine sitting in the third place. Nicholas Wing, the fastest Ford on track right now, up 4 positions from where he qualified. But he's got to make up something. He's going to have to win right now by the looks of it, because there is a lot of speed inside of that PR Taco Palace and Margarita Bar 404 for Dave Gage. Showing the way, lap number 21 goes on the board. So as the front of the field begins to settle in and those gaps begin to build, what do you say we jump back here just outside of your top 5? This is where a lot of the action is. You can find Dylan Schultz running with Andrew Alt, Dylan Jensen, Zach Miller in the 38 machine. Oh, the 6 piles into the outside wall. The 29 gonna catch a piece of this. Big time trouble now for the front end of that 29 of Andrew Walton. Dropping like a rock is Dylan Schultz. Contact with the outside wall. That right front all but torn up. He's going to have a long journey around this 1.5-mile racetrack as we join the action once again. Daniel Jensen making a lot of headway here, along with Stephen Ayers Jr. and Scott Bellum. Both of those drivers out in front of this pack going at it here. Well, both of those drivers, Stephen Ayers Jr. and Scott Bellum, up double digits already here tonight. From last place to just outside of your top 5, Scott Bellum going to run in the 6th position. That's going to be 12 spots gained here tonight. So a job well done to him and his crew, able to keep himself up in the mix and out of trouble early here from Homestead. Green flag racing continues after an early caution back on about, I believe it was right around lap number 14 or 15 here tonight. First caution flag of blue tonight, and it has kind of calmed the field down just a little bit. Nick Burlow with contact in big trouble here tonight. He's going to be listed as the first driver down and out tonight. We've got 3 more drivers still on pit road. Dylan Schultz going to join Aaron Hall and Patrick Coro down there thrashing away, and it looks like, oh, they're going to go ahead and drop the hood. Dylan Schultz is going to head for the hauler. So an early exit tonight for 2 drivers. Can Aaron Hall and Patrick Coro get their machines fixed up and heading back around the track, pick up at least 1, if not 2 or 3 more positions by the end of tonight's race? We'll have to wait to see how it all unfolds. We're going to watch this battle here. One of your closest battles inside of your top 10 as Scott Bellum takes over that 5th position. Stephen Ayers Jr. right behind him trying to grab the spot back, but I don't think the 31 has got the pace at this point in time in the run. The speed looks to be behind that one forward of Scott Bellum. And really, it's a Ford-dominated field at the front, to be quite honest. Yeah, the top 2 spots belong to the bow ties, but you've got 3 Fords lined up, 3rd, 4th, 5th on the racetrack, and then a big gap back from them. You've got Stephen Ayers Jr., then yet another Ford, another Toyota, then a bow tie with a Taurus sign once again. Andrew Hall going to round out your top 10 in his Toyota Supra. And if you're keeping score here tonight, race fans, you can see it right there. Your top 6, pretty much the drivers that are all locked in with each other. We're going to take a look right here at that 4 of Daniel Jensen. He's got a Michael Overstreet right behind him with Brian Tarnowski, but you can see the gap out in front of Jensen in this number 4 machine. The Epsilon Tequila number 4 Ford Mustang of Daniel Jensen sitting in 7th position. Just about 2 seconds behind Stephen Ayers Jr., so they're going to have to make up quite a bit of time if they're going to want to try to run down this lead back. And you know what, race fans? It's not too often or hardly ever or absolutely never have you ever heard me say this, but I'm somewhat disappointed nobody has called me out on this all season long. Just had an opportunity. I looked at the description over there on the YouTube side of things, and how come nobody told me I misspelled racing all season long? Nobody gonna point that out to Dave, huh? Everybody's just gonna let me go ahead and misspell stuff every week. Love it. The good thing is we can laugh and joke about ourselves. I don't even know how you would say that. Packeed? Packeed? There's one for trivia for you, Dave. How can Dave misspell packed? Anyways, back to the racing action. Your top 2 on the racetrack teammates out here. Dave Gage inside of that PR Taco Palace and Margarita Bar 404 machine, leading teammate Todd Gray. And you got to think Gray may be willing to just kind of ride right here. He's got himself almost a 2-second advantage over Nicholas Wing, so nothing to really press, nothing to really gain here tonight, except a 5th win on the season. And is that 5th win that important? You're already walking away with the season championship. How hard are you really willing to push the issue and potentially ruin a great season ending for your teammate? He could kind of play little defense moves here, trying to keep his teammate out front, get a race win before the season's end, as well as seal the deal on the 1-2 finish for the TTP drivers. Will they be able to get it done here tonight? I think we're going to watch it because it looks like we're in the midst of one of these long green flag runs that you see happen on every Homestead race. We've seen multiple races here at Homestead Miami Speedway go flag to flag, green flag action. We've had one caution early here tonight, back on lap number 13. So drivers out there for 21 laps now, eyeballing pit road here in the next 10, I would say 10 to 15 laps is when we'll see the drivers begin to trickle on to the pit road for the first green flag pit stops. Close battle down between Nicholas Wing and Cody Schultz. Let's go watch the battle for the final podium spot take place with Scott Bellum beginning to close in. You can see that fast number 1 off in the distance, trying to close in on Wing and Schultz. And if they're not careful, they're going to bring Bellum right along within the course, I would say, of the next about 2 laps. You should see that one within striking distance. It's another 3 seconds back to the 4 of Daniel Jensen, who's got some close action going on behind him right here. What do you say we go back, take a look right here? This is where the action is at. Daniel Jensen, Michael Overstreet, Brian Tarnowski, all right here, all over each other. Stephen Ayers Jr. beginning to fade a little bit with the long run speed here being a little bit off. Wing and Schultz still going at it for that 3rd and 4th position. Drivers still going at it, trying to take the spots away, trying to finish the season off on a high note. And right now, Wing doing exactly what he needs to do to try to jump at least a position here in the standings. With Nick Burlow having some trouble and Nicholas Wing eyeballing a 3rd place finish. Gotta hope there's some trouble at the front of the field for Dave Gage, though, if he wants to eyeball that 2nd position. As things heating up between teammates at the front, we'll go back to the race lead here. Less than 3/10 of a second as Todd Cray begins to close in. And look at the separation by the duo at the front. Almost a 4-second deficit for Nicholas Wing. That's going to be hard to overcome here. Long green flag run well and underway here after an early caution. Brought a handful of drivers on to pit road, and it looks like we're going to take a look here. Yes, indeed. Aaron Hall as well as Patrick Coro, they're both going to rejoin the track. So how about the perseverance right here between these 2 drivers? You can see them multiple laps down here. They're going to have to hope for trouble. They're going to have to hope that somebody has some issues. If not, 2 or 3 drivers have some issues. Going to be able to pick up a position on that next Nesquik number 6 of Dylan Schultz, who is back behind pit wall, back at the hauler, beginning to load up early here tonight as well. Trouble strikes on that number 6, and his race has come to an end. His season has come to a close. As we begin to close in on halfway, I say we're closing in on about halfway. We're about 20 laps away from that point. But nonetheless, the way the racing action's going here, that's going to be up and on upon us in a very short time here. So I tell you what do you say we ride on board with your Season 7 champion, huh? What do you say we get some green flag laps around the racetrack? Let's go on board with Todd Craig. can hear just how easy Cray is on. Whoa, big moment for Gage out front. Did you see how loose the tail end of that Camaro got? Nice and easy entry here to 3 and 4 for Cray. Look at the wheel. Barely a tug, barely moving. Nice and smooth here. He'll keep it nice and straight. Float the car out to the outside wall. Back in the gas fully. And that's going to be a lap with your Season 7 champion. Inside of that, Pets for Paradise Infinite Hero. Kitty Cat Coin, number 21 machine, Todd Cray. Looking to find a way back to the point. Started with the David Spears Design Bowl Award. And we'll see if he can't get back once again and spoil the show for his teammate. So let's jump back outside of the car. What do you say we take a little look around the track and watch how things all unfold here tonight? Top two drivers stepping well and away from this field. Over a 5-second deficit now for Cody Schultz, who's been able to take that third and final spot on the podium away from Nicholas Wing. We'll take a look here, watch this battle, because Wing under fire with some lap traffic around him. Lap traffic and fresh tires does not bode well for drivers racing for position. Scott Bellum right here has been able to close in on Nicholas Wing, and he'll look to the inside, looking to take that position away. Looks to be sealed. Scott Bellum going to take that position away. Move Bellum a little bit closer to the front as Scott eyeballs a podium finish. Can he run down Cody Schultz just off in front of him? The number 5 Mustang just working his way off of turn number 2 and down the back stretch. Now Scott Bellum going to try to track him down and finish the deal in the season with a podium position. There you can see the 4 also going by Nicholas Wing. So the Remington number 99 machine struggling with the long run pace here. And there it is. He's going to go ahead. He's had enough. He's lost enough time. He's ready to come to pit road. Get those 4 fresh Goodyears. Green flag pit stops have begun. So it looks to be about a 34-35 lap run before we seen our first driver to pit road. Nicholas Wing gonna bring that 99 Ford Mustang down to pit road. He's gonna represent that Remington sponsor very well here tonight as more drivers trickling to pit road. Michael Overstreet gonna bring his number 39 machine down to the pit box. To the attention of the crew, get 4 fresh Goodyear tires in a fuel cell packed full of fuel. We haven't mentioned it, but will pit road police anybody tonight? So far, the first 2 drivers making their way down pit road under green flag conditions for pit stops. Both of them going to be clean and clear of pit road penalty, so great job there by Michael Overstreet as well as Nicholas Wing. Wing looking for a little bit of an undercut as we go on board here with Scott Bellum looking off at the front end of this 1 machine. Great camera view, great camera work, and we're going to jump around the track a little bit now. Let's go back here. Battle on the racetrack as your race leaders looking to keep themselves out in front. I believe that's the 91 of Patrick Coro with a little bit fresher tires after the trouble in the contact. He's going to run a handful of laps down, to say the least. 27 laps down here as we cross the threshold, this time by lap number 50 on the board. We're going to close in on the halfway point here very, very quickly. And you know, if you're Dave Gage, you gotta be wondering if you're ready to tell the your spotter, hey man, go tell Todd to back up a little bit. Give me a little bit of room here. 21 of Gray not letting up one bit, pushing his teammate to the brink here. Lap number 52 on the board will cross the line this time around. Green flag pit stops, still stretching this field out, mixing it up even further than what it already was. 3 drivers listed off of the lead lap now as Nicholas Wing sits in that lucky dog position. Race leaders are going to stay out there on the track, and we may have some trouble out there somewhere. Look, listened, or sounded. There you go. Sounded like maybe some contact somewhere around our camera there. Everybody continuing on around the racetrack. Doesn't look to be any worse for the wear for anybody out there, as Andrew Wall going to be the next driver to head down pit road and into his pit box. Adam Ross going to trickle down pit road this time by. That's going to leave your top 8 drivers out there on the racetrack, still yet to make their green flag pit stop. And as I say that, drivers inside the top 5 come to pit road. The one of Scott Bellum going to be your latest driver to dive to pit lane. And are we seeing Todd Gray methodically back up a little bit here, give his teammate a little more reassurance on getting to pit road next time around? Drivers, we got some contact somewhere. There was definitely contact out there on the racetrack. Looking around, we're not seeing any indication of who or what it was, but you can see the entire camera shake there as drivers head down the backstretch. Todd Gray trying to close in. Once again on the tail end of Dave Gage. Gage right here showing the way. He's going to look to put the most laps led in his back pocket, and here he goes. The PR Taco Palace and Margarita Bar 404 of Dave Gage. He's going to hit pit road this time around to bring the 5 of Cody Schultz along with him. Todd Gray willing to risk it a little bit longer on the racetrack. He's going to stay out for at least one more lap. Brian Tarnowski also going to stay out a lap. Tarnowski sitting about, close to about half of the way around the racetrack behind Todd Gray. So Gray with a big buffer zone to come to pit road here. Is he going to extend this fuel run, though? That's the thing. Long way to go, and he says, nah, I'm going to go ahead and bring it to pit road this time by. As Dave Gage makes his way off of pit road, Brian Tarnowski still out on the racetrack. We'll take a look here as the 28 makes his way around pit road entry. He's going to stay out on track. He's going to put a lap lead into his back pocket and become our 5th different race leader of the evening. Brian Tarnowski puts that number 28 at the foot of the field. Todd Gray still into his box. Looks like the left side's going up. The tires on. Down and away. A little bit of a slow stop there for Gray at 14.95. That's going to be one of the slower stops through this round of green flag pit cycles, and it looks like the undercuts really serving well here. Brian Tarnowski going to come to pit road. We're going to clue in on Nicholas Wing, the man inside of the Rimmington number 99 machine. Nicholas Wing to pit road back on lap number 46, so quite a differential on the tire strategies here. About a 10-lap difference, a 10-lap swing for Nicholas Wing, but what a move here. What a strategy call. That is a gutsy call by the crew chief on the box, but you know what? You got to roll the dice. You got to do something if you're going to want to try to at least walk away with second place in the point standings here tonight. Things very fluid for second, third, fourth in these points standings. And I mean, it's going to be close. I mean, Michael Overstreet does have an opportunity to leapfrog Nick Burrow as well and walk away with the top 4. So a lot on the line for a lot of drivers out here tonight. After Todd Gray kind of gave us an anticlimactic finish to the season, snatching the Davis Spears Designs Pole Award and securing the Season 7 championship. Dave Gage can only hope to try to walk away with second in the point standings now. But look at the gap. 10 lap, 3.7 second advantage for Nicholas Wing. 10 lap difference on the tires. And keep in mind that Wing was about 3 to 4 seconds behind race leaders when he came to pit road. So add that 3 seconds to that, we'll play conservative here, a 5 to 7 second turnaround with pitting those 10 laps earlier. The big question to ask ourselves now is any crew chief gonna look at that and say, you know what, let's try it. We've got a long way to go here before we hit the second round of green flag pit cycles as we work our way off of turn number 4. We'll cross the line this time around just past the halfway point. Lap number 62 goes on the board, and it's time to give you your mid-race report, your rundown here tonight. House cleaning going to be in order. First 18 drivers took to the starting grid here tonight. We have still got 16 out there on the track, but only 9 left on the lead lap. Our first and only caution of the evening coming out early here tonight. It's going to catch up Nick Burlow, Aaron Alton, Patrick Coro, Dylan Schultz with a separate incident. He's going to put that Nesquik number 6 machine into the outside wall, and that's going to spell an end to his night. Both Alt and Coro thrashed their way back to the racetrack. They're going to try to gain anything they can, and Derek Moore, the latest driver with issues. Moore going to head to pit lane. So the man that went from trying to spoil the show, gonna go to the driver just trying to finish the show here tonight inside of his Wrangler's number 3 machine. Derek Moore with trouble. He's got to drop a handful of laps here and be listed in the 14th spot for now. And where's the battles? We're going to find the battles. What do you say we go right here? Let's watch this all unfold. The track side here. Jump a little closer to the track. What do you say? Man, that is just a beautiful thing. Dave Gage closing in on Michael Overstreet. He's going to drop down to the bottom of the racetrack, look to take that position away by the time they work through 2 and 3. Way up at the high side is the 39, and Dave Gage going to slide right up across the track and right in front of him. Overstreet looking for a little bit of a late crossover here. It's not going to pan out. It's not going to work out as the PR Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar 404 Chevy Camaro of Dave Gage going to reclaim the second position. He's going to close right in on the tail end of Nicholas Wing. So a net gain in the beginning, but it may not pan out in the end. 10 lap difference on the tires, so 20 lap old tires on that number 99 machine to the 10 lap old tires of Dave Gage right behind him. It's pretty much the same story back here with Michael Overstreet as well as Todd Gray. But surprisingly, even with these old tires, they're able to hold serve here, able to give these drivers with the fresh tires a little bit of a fight. It's going to be all for naught, though, because Gage will take the position away back to the front. Race leader once again inside of that PR Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar 404. Dave Gage finds the front. Close battle here between Michael Overstreet and Daniel Jensen. They're very close on the tire difference here. It looks to be about a 4 to 5 lap difference on the fresh tire count for the 39 of Overstreet in Daniel Jensen. Jensen with a little bit of an edge with those little bit fresher tires. We'll see if he can't parlay that into something a little closer to the front. So here it is. We're going to have to watch these next few laps. How much does Nicholas Wing fall off? How much time does he give up? Already 1.6 seconds back from your race leader, Dave Gage. So the 404 and the 21 of Todd Gray, both absolutely lights out here tonight. Stepping out and away as Michael Overstreet goes way up the racetrack off of turn number 2. Almost into the outside wall. And now Overstreet and Jensen go at it. Love to just sit back and listen to some of the sights and sounds. And I tell you what, why don't we give you some sights and sounds? Why don't we go on board here? Let's take a look over the right shoulder of the man behind the wheel. Inside of that 39 machine, Michael Overstreet driving his Toyota Supra as hard as he can here. Highest running Toyota in the field. Only Toyota driver inside of your top 5. So Michael Overstreet absolutely putting on a show here tonight. Want to give a big shout out to Overstreet and his entire crew, allowing us to come on board for a moment and place these cameras and get some great on-board action for all of you fans watching around the globe. Back at home, whether you're on your tablets, your PCs, or maybe you're just watching on your phone, we do appreciate each and every one of you joining us a week in, a week out. And if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drives some love and drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Winners, myself, David the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you are one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or one of the many sponsors across the many different series and leagues, we do appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to make or take this opportunity to go, hey, Cousin Jess, we did it. Todd Cray going to take the season championship. Good to see Jess out there cheering on Cray as always. And we're going to jump back outside of the cars here. Watch these battles unfold. Dave Gage, Todd Cray going to go at it first and second on the racetrack. This has been one of the closest battles in a long time. From 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all right here, all lined up with each other. Nicholas Wing giving up even more time here. It's going to be a 5-second swing now. So from about 4 seconds or so in the race lead, he's going to drop 5 seconds behind. That's going to be a net loss of 9 seconds here. So maybe coming to pit road those 10 laps earlier, it may eventually come back to bite that number 99 machine. And we said Todd Cray was right there getting ready to reclaim that race lead, but it looks like he backed out just a little bit. Let's go right here. Let's watch the battle unfold between Cody Schultz and that number 5 machine and Michael Overstreet right here. Overstreet just 0.2 of a second back as Daniel Jensen secures a podium position for the time being. The 75 laps into tonight's event, and we've got ourselves about 43 laps remaining here at the Howdy Y'all's Championship night. Right here from Homestead, Miami Speedway, 117 laps, 175 and a half miles of racing here at Homestead, Miami Speedway. We do have a few green white checkers in our back pockets should we need them, but it looks like this thing may go green to the end. One and only caution early here tonight. We've been clean and green ever since lap number 13. So a big tip of the gap to all of the drivers settling in and making some long green flag runs here from Homestead. Close battle here. One of your only close battles on the racetrack. Scott Bellum and Nicholas Wing. The closest battle on the racetrack is your race leader, Dave Gage and Todd Cray, but we've seen it. Cray is close right on him. Then he kind of backs off. And then he'll run him down. Then he'll kind of back off. Then he'll run him down again. And he'll back off again as well. Whoa, heating up here. Oh, big trouble for Daniel Jensen. Into the outside wall with that Absalon Tequila number 4 machine. Jensen going to give up that third and final spot on the podium, and he's going to fall into the clutches of a handful of drivers behind him, as Michael Overstreet's going to be the first driver to come to pit road here on your second round of green flag pit stops. So green flag pit stops underway once again. And I don't know, that seems to be a little bit early. A little bit of an early pit stop here for Michael Overstreet, maybe trying to short pit this second stint. Stop here, get enough fuel to the end. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's going to be close. You're still asking about, what is it? Close to 40 laps? I mean, that is going to be a tall task here. I'm not sure this strategy is going to work out for that 39 machine. Michael Overstreet now listed off the lead lap, third car, 1 lap down outside of your top 10 in the 11th position. And I don't know. I'm not necessarily agreeing with this call. Race leaders were on the pit road close to about 20 laps, 25 laps ago. So they're going to be able to stay out for at least another 10 to 12 laps. And Nicholas Wing, he's going to have to come to pit road now too. So that early pit stop for Wing has kind of placed him in a box where his hand's almost forced to continue to run that shortcut strategy. Looking for the undercut, and we'll see how it goes for the 99 of Nicholas Wing. Down on the pit road, sitting in that 7th position as we watch Scott Bellum and Daniel Jensen go at it. 38 of Zach Miller listed down off the lead lap. Third car off of the lead lap. Third car in line for that lucky dog position. And this is where things really get interesting, folks. We've got a lot of drivers off of the lead lap. We've got 2 at least fast cars that have come down pit road a little bit earlier than they did the first stint here. So they're going to be trapped a lap down as well. So very fluid moving track, or very fluid point standings is what I should really say here, as Dave Gage moves back into the second overall in the point standings. If he can seal the deal here tonight and a walk away with the checkered flag and into victory lane, he very well secure the season championship for the team, and his teammate already securing the individual points championship here in season number 7. Things kind of calming down throughout the field. So what do you say we go back up to the closest battle, the only battle per se on track here, as we've watched Todd Cray just continue to run down Dave Gage and then kind of let him go a little bit, almost like a cat toying with a mouse. You know, he kind of lets him run around, then I still got you. No, you don't know what I'm... No, nobody knows? Oh, okay, well, we'll move on. Race leaders last to pit road back on lap number 55 and lap number 56. They're going to be inching closer to that round of green flag pit stops. They should be on the pit road here in the next, I would say, excuse me, I would say about 5 to 6 laps is when we'll see your top 2 drivers come to pit road, as we've had these long green flag pit cycles and these long green flag runs. You can see now only 5 drivers left on the lead lap. Brian Tarnowski in the 28 machine listed as the final driver on the lead lap in that 5th position. And Tarnowski, he was one of the last drivers to hit the pit road. So we're going to have to keep that in mind as well. He's going to be able to stay out a lap or two further than the rest of the field. But really, it looks like this is going to put these drivers in their fuel window. I think it might spell trouble, though, for Michael Overstreet and Nicholas Wing. I think they may have pulled the trigger just a little bit too early. I think they're going to have to hit pit road at least one final time for at least one take of gas to get themselves to the end of tonight's race. So we'll just kind of see how it all goes as the sun really beginning to fade away into the background. The lights indeed beginning to shine over the track and put a spotlight on your TTB. Teammates at the front of the field looking to go 1 and 2 on track tonight, and looking to go 1 and 2 with the final championship standings. Todd Cray already sealing the deal on that championship hardware, but Gage looking to move his way into second in those overall point standings, and he's going to peel for pit road. That's going to bring the 5 of Cody Schultz right along with him. Todd Cray, Scott Bellum are both going to stay out on the racetrack. We'll see what Brian Tarnowski does. Does Tarnowski hit pit road? So your top 3 only drivers yet to make their second round of green flag pit stops, and hope, just as I say it, Todd Cray ready to make his way down pit road into the attention of his crew members. Here comes the 38 as well as the one of Scott Bellum. Bellum going to give up that second position, so now it's all going to come down to this man right here in that number 28 machine. Does Brian Tarnowski stay out a lap? And yes, he does. He's going to stay out on the racetrack, and he's going to go back to the point for at least one lap here. Todd Cray waiting for the left sides. Down and away and out, much better pit stop, a 14.7 second stop in the box this time for Todd Cray. So crew doing a much better job this time around, and that's going to keep him in front of Dave Gage for a moment here. Getting up to speed, however, is Todd Cray, and Gage closing right on in. And this could be it. This could be the big battle here. And it looks like Cray's able to get up to speed. Gage not quite to him. Oh my goodness. Dave Gage going to give up the race lead with less than 30 laps to go. His teammate Todd Cray going to make his way around to what should eventually be your race lead as Brian Tarnowski extends the run here. How long is the 28 willing to stay out there on the racetrack? He's going to give up the race lead. There is no possible way he's going to stretch the fuel that far. He was last to pit road back on lap number 57, so already pushing the limits of the fuel load. And it looks like he's going to stay out another lap. He's going to put yet another lap in before heading down to pit road, so that's going to be lap number 92 on the board. Last time to pit road on lap number 57. Race fans, you do the math. 35, 36 laps, give or take, right here for your race leader, Brian Tarnowski. That's going to be one of the longest fuel runs we have seen all night. And there goes Dave Gage. He's going to move his way up and around Todd Gray and take that third and final podium position away as Brian Janowski. He's going to wave that white flag, and he's going to come down to pit road for what should be his final stop of the night. Meanwhile, inside of the 39 machine, Michael Overstreet with a great strategy move here. He's going to find himself out front by over 1 second, but he is losing quite a bit of time, about 0.6 of a second slower than Gage and Gray, who are in hot pursuit right behind him. A 34.70 last time around for race leader Michael Overstreet, with a 34.12 for Dave Gage. So with 25 laps to go, 24 laps to go, one driver left to make his final stop of the evening. Looks like Nicholas Swing in that undercut strategy has not paid out. He was not able to leapfrog Gage or Gray this time using that strategy, so it's going to backfire on him just a little bit here from Homestead tonight. But Wing still has an opportunity. It's not said and done yet. It's not done and over with yet. It's not already in the bag. Todd Gray going to take the second position away from Michael Overstreet, as Overstreet struggles on much older tires to stay out front. And at this point in time, what do you do if you're Overstreet? You came to pit road back on lap number 77. You know that's not going to be enough. I mean, he's going to be asking for 40 laps out of the fuel and tires. That's going to be a very, very tall task. Even for Nicholas Swing, who came to pit road back on lap number 79, that's still going to be about a 38-lap run to end tonight's race. There's not going to be any fuel saving involved here, so we'll see how it goes for those drivers. Meanwhile, only battle on the track right here. Cody Schultz, Daniel Jensen going at it. That's going to be for 5th and 6th on the racetrack. Final spots inside of the top 5 yet to be determined. The Epsilon Tequila, number 4 of Daniel Jensen, looking to walk away with a solid top 5 finish if he can. So a long green flag run to finish out the fun tonight here from Homestead Miami Speedway. We see an early caution flag fly. Just one caution here tonight. Lap number 13, early contact for Nick Burlow, Aaron Alt, as well as Patrick Coro. That seen the number 49 of Burlow head back behind pit wall and walk away 18th here tonight. Aaron Alt and Patrick Coro able to get their machines back out on track and pick up a 1 position after the next quick. Number 6 Ford Mustang of Dylan Schultz has trouble. Schultz going to be listed in 17th, and it's going to be hard pressed for Alt or Coro to make up any more positions here tonight, but you got to give those gentlemen a big tip of the cap. Never give up, never say die attitude by those guys behind the wheel, and the guys down there on pit road able to get him back, able to get them back out on track, back up to speed, and with an opportunity to try to claw as many points out of tonight's race as they could So you can never understate the amount of commitment that it takes to sit through all of those repairs and then go out and give it your absolute best, even when the car's not the best for the track at the particular time any longer. You still gotta get out there and give it your all and give it everything you got. And we're gonna go to the front where these two guys have been giving each other everything they got all night long, right here, 1 and 2 on the racetrack. Todd Cray and Dave Gage continue to run a 1-2 with Gage showing the way. He's going to lead the most laps led here. Dave Gage leading for the vast majority of this second half. So the man putting in work inside the car, but not at the bar. He's going to be there tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. I can assure you that if he walks away with this checkered flag. So everybody back at the PR Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar getting ready to do some shooters, because I'm going to tell you what, if he gets this checkered flag here tonight, I'm going to PayPal him a little bit of cash probably, and he's going to do a video shot, a celebration shot. And I mean, why not do some tequila? He's got that Blue Agave tequila sponsor on the rear deck lid back there. You can see on that rear bumper cover the Blue Agave symbols. So you never know, we might be doing some shots tomorrow. In Patrick Coro, he's going to lose another lap to your race leaders, but the 91, he's going to just move right up the racetrack and right out of the way. None of a hindrance to be found there, as the 91 of Patrick Coro just moved right on out of the way. Your race leaders continue to go at it side by side, or I should say nose to tail, through 3 and 4. Dave Gage showing the way with Todd Cray, Michael Overstreet, Cody Schultz, and Nicholas Wing rounding out here top 5. Biggest and only battles on the racetrack right here at the front of the field. We're going to jump back a little further, though. Let's go back here. 3-car battle. Nicholas Wing, Daniel Jensen, Scott Billum, all going at it. 5th, 6th, 7th on the racetrack. We're going to see how it all unfolds. Oh, contact with the outside wall. I believe that was the 29 of Andrew Holt. Andrew Holt and his Toyota Supra having some contact with the outside wall. Nicholas Wing trying to hold down a top 5 position here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway. Scott Bellum right behind him with Daniel Jensen following a close 7th position. I know Jensen wants to move a little further through the field. Scott Bellum wants to pick up yet another position as well. He's up 12 spots from where he qualified here tonight. So Bellum going to be the biggest mover without any type of fight on that one. Only driver into the double digits, and he's going to look for a little bit more. He's going to want one more position. Can he finish this thing off in a top 5 spot with 10 laps remaining here? Season number 7 coming to a bit of a close, and a driver into the outside wall. Who is that out front? Who is that? That looks to be the number 3 of Derek Moore. Contact with the outside wall last time around. The Wranglers, number 3, kicking up quite a bit of dust with some contact with that outside safer barrier. And just like that, we continue the anticipation of the finish. Will Todd Cray take it away from his teammate? 9 laps to go. less than 12 miles of racing, it has all come to a head here at Homestead, Miami Speedway. Season number 7 coming to a close for the Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series drivers. Everybody in this American Sim Motor Racing stable of drivers, absolutely top-notch, top caliber. And before this season's over, and before we begin to get into all of our post-race activities and obligations, I first want to send a giant shout-out to title sponsor Hauck Designs, coming on board, sponsoring yet another season here with the ASMR stable of drivers. Hauck Designs doing a phenomenal job for all your livery needs, whether it's helmets, cars, racing suits. They do it all. Look to Hauck Designs. Gotta give a big shout out to the man behind the scenes over there at Hauck Designs, and well, you guessed it, that's right, Ed Hauck. We do appreciate everything you've done for this series all along the way. We wish you the best moving forward as well. And no, he's not going anywhere if that's what it sounded like. We just want to wish him his best as his journey continues on painting and the schemes and the wraps and everything else. A big thank you for being a part of the Turn 3 Racing Network. And I know all of the drivers here in the series also appreciate you being a part of the season. And Hauck Designs here with the Xfinity Series. As always, big shout out to Butt Kicker. Feel every bump, every roll of the rumble strip right there underneath your seat. Fly by the seat of your pants. Feel what you've been missing at buttkicker.com. Greatest American bully breeders in the Western North Carolina region. That's right, Mountain Mafia Kennels. If you're in the market for a great pedigree dog, if you're in the market for the American bully, not the pit bull, the American bully, top-notch breeders here in Western North Carolina, to look no further than Mountain Mafia Kennels. You can find them on Facebook.com. When you get there, tell Mama Amber Dave sent you. It's not going to get you a discount. It may get you some cool deals if you decide to pick up one of the pups. Great group over there with the Mountain Mafia Kennels. That's where I've got my big boy Kylo Ren from. So and he's an absolute monster of a dog. The proof is in the pudding, and the pedigree is the best. Look to Mountain Mafia Kennels for all your puppy needs. So with all our sponsors along the way throughout the season coming on board, sponsoring a handful of nights, it looks like it's all going to come to a head. It's all going to come to a close here. We've got ourselves just 2 laps remaining when we cross the line. This time around, the boss man in the flag stand going to show the popsicle sticks on display for race leader Dave Gage, looking to put that PR Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar machine in the top spot. Can he walk away with his first and only race win in the final race of the season? Todd Gray looking to steal it. Oh no. Teammates battling. Coming to the final few corners. We'll work our way through turn number 4. And back down the front stretch, white flag flies. Final lap here from Homestead Miami Speedway. The teammates gonna go at it, tiptoe through the tulips, and it looks like easy sailing through 1 and 2. Dave Gage gonna block that inside lane. Where does Craig go this time around? Gage gonna drift to the inside. He's gonna give up that outside to Cray. It's going to be a battle down into turn number 3 for the final time here tonight. Gage with the advantage. Todd Cray starting to work his way to the high side. Big run on the high side coming from Cray. Can Gage keep it wound up? He'll slide across the nose, and that's going to do it. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And there it is. It's not Margaritaville, but it's the Margarita Bar, the PR Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar, number 404 of Dave Gage. He's going to walk away with the race win. He's going to bring it home, and he's going to be celebrating in a big way. Tomorrow night, I would pay to be a fly on the wall for that one, man. He's going to walk into the PR Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar tomorrow with his chest puffed out just a little bit. Somebody make sure you go over there, you thump him one good time right in the middle of the chest. Tell him let all that air out, son. He's probably gonna hate me for that one, but we all love him, so it's all good. Oh, there it is, final smoke show of the season, and it belongs to the 404. Dave Gage going to capture that race win, and he's going to put himself second in the overall point standings at the end of tonight's race, at the end of the season. So a job well done by Dave Gage, taking those points away here tonight. We cannot say enough how proud we are that Gage was able to get that job done. There you can see Todd Gray being pushed over to celebrate his championship run here. Teammates burning it down for all the fans and the stands on the front stretch. Job well done to both of these drivers. Your race winner, your season champion, Todd Gray. And as they enjoy their celebrations, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break, get things set up and ready to go for post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Back high above the track here at the conclusion of tonight's Howdy Y'all 175 right here from Homestead Miami Speedway, finishing out season number 7 with the Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series drivers. And what a run it was. What a show here tonight. Let's see if we can dive right in to these post-race interviews. Let's see if we can dial up and talk to the man that walked away third here tonight. Let's see if we can talk to the man inside of that number 5 Fast Ford Mustang. Cody, it's Dave. You got a copy? Hey, man, how you doing? How you feeling after a solid end to the season for you and ending it on a high note at that?
It feels good. All I gotta say is finally. It's been a long time coming. I'm just trying to get into this green room with you guys, and it finally happened at the very last race. So
Well, I don't want to take away from anything you did here tonight, but you've had some good runs here and there. You just kind of didn't have the finishes that maybe you should have due to some other circumstances. Is how we'll word that. So, does it feel good to be on the podium, or does it feel to finally put that complete race together? Which one do you think is more? I'm not going to say beneficial, but which one feels better?
honestly, both at the same time. Number one, to end on a high note and get excited for the next season. This is going to be awesome momentum. And also just getting that string of bad luck finally finished. I know I usually start out pretty bad, but usually in the end, there's something that always happens. But this is just the perfect way to end it. So I'm happy I got third at least.
All right, well, Cody, it may have been all season long, just waiting to get everything to fall in line, but you were able to do so here tonight. As you said, give yourself a ton of confidence moving forward into next season. We are going to have a little bit of a break before things fire off for next season here with the Hauck Design group of guys in the ASMR racing leagues, but. Where do you hope to see next season go? What car do you kind of lean to? Where do you think your votes are gonna go?
Honestly, I'm trying to get more votes for the ARCA, so I really hope we do that. I mean, we just had trucks and we just had Xfinity. I want something new, so I know it's a close voting matchup with ARCA and the Xfinity again, but I'm really pushing for ARCA next season. So
All right, well, we'll have to wait to see how it all unfolds. We'll see if you can get your way in trying to show these boys how to get it done in those Arca Menards machines. But until then, Cody, we'll let you soak up this podium finish here tonight from Homestead Miami Speedway. But before we let you go, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home or at the shop?
absolutely, my teammates Dan, Nick, it was a great season. My brother Dylan, he got caught up in some bad luck at the beginning of this race, so. But yeah, I'd like to thank them. You guys for putting it on. Todd, congratulations. And Dave, thank you again for doing all this. It's been fun.
Absolutely, it's been a pleasure, Cody. And until next time, my man, as always, stay safe and keep it fast.
Awesome. Thanks, Dave.
All right, there you go. Cody Schultz going to walk away from Homestead Miami Speedway with a podium position. He's going to put that complete race together right when he needs it, give himself a little boost of confidence moving into the off-season and looking forward to Season 8 here with the ASMR Hauck Designs. For now, Xfinity Series, we'll have to wait to see what kind of cars these drivers pick to go into Season number 8. But for now, finishing out the Xfinity Series run with a podium inside of that number 5 machine is Cody Schultz. That's going to move us right along in the running order. We're going to dial up the man that walked away with the David Spears Designs Pole Award and then walked away second on the podium. Todd, it's Dave. How you doing,
Hey,
bro?
Dave, what's happening, buddy?
Same old stuff, different day. Talking to you at the end of one of these things, so everything seems normal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll take it tonight. Running there with Dave, and he was just flying tonight, man. He was flying. Congrats to him on the win, and we'll take that championship, and we're thrilled.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I mean, it's a little bit of an awkward moment here talking to the season champion. Before we talk to just the race winner, but that's just kind of how the chips lay down there tonight. You're gonna finish behind your teammate, just barely finish behind him there. During some of those round of green flag pit stops, it looked like you were able to get the advantage for a moment. Do you think you could have maybe switched the strategy around at some point in time and took this race win away?
Yeah, I mean, there were times I had opportunities. You know, Dave was really controlling what was going to happen there. If he came off pace at all, or made any big mistakes, I mean, we were definitely going to jump on it. But Dave's a good guy. He's my team owner. We were Team Taco, so I wanted to keep everything safe. I tried to move to the high line, see if I can get some runs, but I had to get that run a little too late, and I just didn't want to dive bomb him and take any chances there. But I'll tell you what, man, give it up for the race winner. I mean, he came tonight. He didn't play around. So yeah, we were trying, but we were being cautious as well. So it's just what you got to do when it comes down to championships and your teammates and just getting up here on the podium.
Well, a massive, consistent into season number 7 here for you and your 21 crew. You kind of set the bar when we began championship playoff racing just 5 races ago. You walked away with 2 wins in these final 5 weeks. I believe you podiumed on all 5 of these weeks as well. So, I mean, championship form to say the least, Todd. And as always, it's a pleasure catching up with you at the end of these things. So before we let you go and soak in a second place finish, but walking away as the new Xfinity Series champion, you want to give any final shout outs, thank yous, love yous?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, we're missing Ed tonight, Ed Hauck, and his sponsorship, and hope everything's all right with Ed tonight, and of course, Pets in Paradise, Kitty Cat Coin, cousin Jess is out there. She's gonna like this championship, so that's cool. Team Taco, who else? PR Taco Palace out there in Florida, watching Dave tonight, and appreciate their support. Turn 3 Racing Network, ASMR, my buddy Clark, everybody on the team here. Fun year. Uh, Super happy to have the championship.
All right, Todd. Well, if that's going to be it, we're going to let you enjoy this one. And I'm sure we'll catch up with you at some point in time when season 8 kicks off. But until then, my man, as always, stay
right.
safe, keep it fast.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words from the man that walks away second, but he's going to lift the big boy trophy, walking away with the season 8 championship, finishing things out here from Homestead Miami Speedway in second. Todd Craig will lift the championship hardware. That's going to do it for your podium drivers until we head to victory lane for the first time this season. Getting it done in style. Not necessarily your hometown track here, Dave, but you're going to walk away with a home state win. How good does it feel to bring that PR Tacos Palace 404 to victory lane?
All right, first off, we're going to be honest. I don't normally get to be on interviews for winning, so I'm not quite sure exactly what to say.
Well, as long as you know what to do with your hands, you're okay, right?
Well, look, they're waving. They're going all over the place right now because holy moly, what a race. I've been struggling a little bit all year. I've been trying to put in some decent finishes to get up into the top, and we came into this and I had to perform to try to get myself up in the series. I know there was no way I was going to beat Mr. Cray, teammate of mine on TTB. That's Tacos, Tequila, and Beer. I knew I wasn't going to beat him in the standings, but I had to try to get in front of Mr. Wing and Burlow. And I set sail in the car, and Todd got behind me, and I'm like, go ahead, go past me, because you always do. He's like, no, you just keep going. I'm racing. I'm like, okay. And there was a couple times he got up next to me and pushed and pushed and pushed, but somehow I kept it in the front. I didn't step on myself. I didn't crash by some major miracle. So we put on hopefully a show for you guys because it was exciting from my seat.
Yeah, there was a good race there between you and your teammate, as you already mentioned. I wanted to say there for a time he may have been playing a little cat and mouse, because it's like you would get out a little bit, then he'd reel you in, then you'd step away, then he'd reel you in, and so it was an interesting little battle between you top two, but. Which one feels better? And this may be a little bit of a tough question for you. I mean, you walk away 1-2 in the race here tonight, but you also walk away 1-2 in the points championship at the end of the season here. So, what do you think is a little bit sweeter? This this single checkered flag victory here to close out the season, or the fact that you and your teammate were able to lock out the top 2 spots in the point standings?
So, I mean, honestly, there isn't really one better than the other. This is my home state. It is in a Florida track. I'm a Florida boy. Uh, I came out. I liked this track. I did well at it, so I was really, really excited. And keeping Cray behind me was incredible. That's not something I get to see often. The front of his car usually only appears when it's passing me, putting me a lap down. So to keep him behind me for a while was really cool. And I kept telling him, go past me, go past me. He's like, no, we're racing. You're doing great. We're racing. I'm like, okay. And then I was so worried because this track is pretty difficult on tires. So tire management is a huge thing. And when him and I got rolling and we started getting 4 and 5 seconds ahead of the other guys, I keep going to Todd. I go, Todd, are we burning up? Are we going too fast? Are we going too fast? He's like, I don't think we are. Just keep going. I'm like, okay. And I'd pull out a little bit ahead of him, and then I'd back it up a little because if I'm pulling that far ahead of Cray, something's really wrong. I mean, listen, the guy's a god. Nobody can deny that. You've had him up here in the booth the majority of the time this year. He's really, really good. And when I started pulling away from him, I started getting worried. And then it came down to the last probably 20 or so laps, and we were running each other pretty hard. And I was nervous. I was going to step on body parts I'm not supposed to step on and crash towards the end there as I usually do. But somehow Special Doug put it all together and came out in the front here. I don't know how.
Well, man, it doesn't matter if you know how. All that matters is that you got it done, and you got it done in style. You're gonna walk, gonna do basically a walk-off home run here. You're gonna walk away with the final checkered flag of the season. You're gonna move yourself into that second place point standings, finishing out things on the year. So, congratulations with everything coming to a head here tonight at Homestead for you. So, for the final time here in season 8, we're gonna step back and hand you the mic.
Sweet. All right, so we have a whole bunch of people to thank and do all that. First off, we're going to thank ASMR and the admins at ASMR. I am indeed one of them, but it's the other guys. These guys work week in, week out, even during the week to keep this thing going and going well. Huge thank you to them. I love working with them to keep all this going. Everybody in the league. We started 30 plus cars most of the races this year, so it was awesome, awesome, awesome to see them race. Hauck Designs puts this on, sponsors all of this. He makes some awesome paints. You could see Hauck Designs all over our cars. Beautiful paints. Love having Ed out here to sponsor this. We try to make them as proud as we possibly can. All of our sponsors, we have DSD button boxes, we have Butt Kicker, we have, I believe, the iFlag guys even. So we have everybody that sponsors this league to get it going. So I want a huge shout out to them. This is the very first season I've actually been sponsored by somebody, and that's PR's Taco Palace. Huge shout out to them. Paul down there, I approached him early on. I'm good friends with him. I approached him before the season. Was like, hey, you guys want to throw your name on a car? And they were all for it. So they feed us some great tacos. They feed my dog Mo tacos because he loves their tacos. So shout out to them. Really awesome to have them on the car this year. Shout out to Todd, Gray, and Clark Jenikin as well. Those two guys have put so much effort into me trying to make me a little better and more consistent. And for sure, proofs in pudding. It's paid off. I'm out in the front. Almost done, I promise you. Thanks to my mom and dad. They supported me through all the stupid things I've done in my life, and here I am going on the backside of my life, and still proud that they were there for me younger, telling me, go ahead, chase some of these dreams, race things, do what you want to do. So super shout out to them as usual. My wife, she listens to us hoot and holler every week. I don't know how or why, but she does. So I really appreciate that. And last but not least, man, I appreciate you. You're out here every week calling us and doing all of that and putting on a heck of a show for us. So we're looking forward to having you out here next year. Super proud to be up on the top on the standings with Mr. Cray. So I think I've done us proud. At least I hope I did.
Absolutely, man. You did everybody proud that's involved with that 404 and involved with the league, man. You guys do a lights out job. I know I appreciate the kind words. I know everybody back on the admin side and the league side and the sponsor side. I know they appreciate all the hard work that you put in because it all pays off in the end. And you're gonna wave the final checkered flag of the season, Dave. Congratulations, job well done. Until next time. As always, man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Dave Gage almost shut out, but he's going to knock it out the park here tonight. You heard him refer to Cray as a bit of a god out there on the track. And, well, if there was a god status for anybody at any given track, it would be Todd Cray right here. But make no mistake about it, there was a demigod on the track here tonight. Dave Gage going to take it away, and he's going to walk around town with the Maui hook. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, maybe you need to watch some more Disney, I'm just saying. He's going to get the job done for everybody down there at the PR Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar. I want to see some shots in the air going on tomorrow, Taco Tuesday. It better be lit down there. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Job well done. Dave Gage going to walk away with the checkered flag here tonight in the Howdy Y'all 175 right here from Homestead, Miami Speedway. And that's pretty much going to bring things to a close for us. We're going to begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords. But first, for the final time here in Season 8, producer's going to hit those buttons and we'll run down your unofficial race results. Walking away with the checkered flag, top of the standings. For the first time this season, he's going to park that 404 in victory lane. Dave Gage walks away as your race winner. Todd Craig going to take the David Spears Designs Pole Award. He's going to walk away second here tonight, but more importantly, your new Xfinity Series champion inside of the Pets in Paradise. Infinite Hero, Kitty Cat Coin, number 21 machine. Todd Craig is your season champion. The number 5 of Cody Schultz get a podium here tonight. He's going to round out your final driver spot on the podium. He'll walk away with third. Michael Overstreet back and forth with Scott Bellum. Rounding out your top 5, Nicholas Wing slides home in 6th with Daniel Jensen. Finishing tonight's race in 7th, Brian Tarnowski back in 8th with Zach Miller. 9th, 31 of Stephen Ayers Jr. Finishes on a high note. He'll finish the season with the top 10. Andrew Walt right there in 11th, 12th place tonight belongs to the number 12 of Adam Ross. Joe Wormter in the 33 machine. He'll finish 13th. And the Wranglers, number 3 of Derek Moore. Early trouble. He'll finish 7 laps down and in 14th. Aaron Alt, 15th. Patrick Coro, early trouble. He'll rebound back for 16th place finish. Dylan Schultz and Nick Burlow finish out the 18-car field here tonight from Homestead, Miami Speedway. What more could we say? Season number 7 has come to a close. On a high note, some great racing all season long. We look forward to Season 8 kicking off in a handful of weeks. Don't sleep on this league right here, week in, week out, each and every Monday night. Great racing action every single time they hit the track, and I can assure you Season 8 is going to be just as good. So if you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers that love and drop that thumbs up, click subscribe, smash the bell up there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here in the Turn 3 Racing Network. So from myself, Dave in the Cave, and everybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.